Have you ever wondered if hormone therapy can help you lose weight? The answer is both yes and no, and understanding why changes everything. Hi, I'm Dr. Jumana Aldeek. I'm a board-certified family physician who specializes in perimenopause, menopause, and metabolic health. Before I went to med school, I was an NASM-certified personal trainer and health coach, and I helped launch a nationwide personal fitness company called Send Me a Trainer. That experience taught me that lasting health is about much more than prescriptions. It's about understanding how movement, nutrition, hormones, and lifestyle all work together. Today, I bring that same philosophy into my medical practice by combining evidence-based medicine with practical strategies that help patients feel their best. I'm excited to be here today to dive into one of the most emerging areas of menopause medicine, the possibility that restoring estrogen doesn't just help with hot flashes and sleep, but may actually enhance the effectiveness of medications like semaglutide and tirzepatide. Now, let me be clear from the start. Hormone replacement therapy is not a weight loss medication, and we should never prescribe it solely for that purpose. But over the past few years, researchers have begun asking a different question. What if treating estrogen deficiency helps create a metabolic environment where weight loss medications work even better? Several recent studies suggest exactly that. And today, we're going to break down the science, explain why it makes physiological sense, and discuss what this means for women going through menopause. Emerging evidence suggests HRT can significantly improve weight loss results when combined with obesity medications like GLP-1 receptor agonists. By treating moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, i.e. hot flashes and night sweats, HRT can improve overall well-being, making it easier for patients to adhere to diet and exercise programs. Nighttime symptoms frequently fragment sleep, which dysregulates appetite hormones, increasing ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, and decreasing leptin, which is the fullness hormone. HRT can restore sleep quality and stabilize mood, reducing stress-related eating and increasing motivation for physical activity. Estrogen deficiency can cause joint pain and stiffness, also known as the musculoskeletal syndrome of menopause. HRT can alleviate these symptoms, allowing for better engagement in the strength training necessary to preserve muscle mass during weight loss. HRT also addresses the underlying biological changes of the menopausal transition that typically drive weight gain, such as body composition and insulin sensitivity. Estrogen deficiency causes a redistribution of fat from a gynoid, which is in the hip-thigh pattern, to a more metabolically toxic android, which is in the central visceral pattern. HRT has been shown to attenuate central fat accumulation and help preserve lean body mass. So you're going to go from an apple shape to more of a pear shape. HRT has been shown to significantly reduce insulin resistance, with one meta-analysis showing a 12.9% reduction in HOMA-IR in non-diabetic women. What is HOMA-IR? It stands for Homeostatic Model Assessment of Insulin Resistance. It is a calculated estimate of how resistant the body is to insulin based on fasting glucose and fasting insulin levels. The higher a HOMA-IR is, the greater the insulin resistance is. The body needs more insulin to keep blood sugar normal. The lower the HOMA-IR is, means that there's better insulin sensitivity, and the body responds more effectively to insulin. So you want a lower HOMA-IR, and when you're on HRT, you tend to get that. Why does this matter? Improving insulin sensitivity can reduce the amount of insulin the pancreas needs to produce. It also helps improve blood glucose regulation. It helps lower the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, and it helps support healthier metabolism and may make weight management easier. Now, what happens when you combine a GLP-1 and HRT? Well, let's begin by discussing how they work together in the brain. First, estrogen and GLP-1 receptor agonists work together through overlapping signaling pathways in the brain to regulate appetite, hunger, and cravings. Their interaction is foundational to metabolic health and satiety in several ways. Number one, both estrogen and GLP-1 act on the hypothalamus and the brainstem, which are the primary regions of the brain responsible for reducing food intake. GLP-1 receptor agonists reduce appetite and promote satiety through these hypothalamic pathways, mimicking the same region-specific effects that estrogen uses to regulate energy balance. Number two, estrogen suppresses appetite by the POMC neurons, which promote fullness. while simultaneously inhibiting NPY or neuropeptide Y activity, which triggers hunger. Number 3, estrogen enhances the body's response to other satiety signals by reducing ghrelin activity, which, if you recall, is the hunger hormone, and potentiates leptin signaling. It does this by increasing both the expression and sensitivity of leptin receptors. One of the most significant ways these two work together is in the regulation of reward eating, which is divided into wanting and liking. Wanting is focusing on your cravings and food seeking, and liking is responsible for the pleasure of eating. The activation of central estrogen receptor alpha is critical for a GLP-1 agonist to effectively reduce the wanting subtype of reward eating. Research suggests that if estrogen signaling is blocked, the ability of GLP-1 to blunt food cravings is significantly diminished. This interaction suggests that estrogen may prime the brain's metabolic environment, making it more responsive to the appetite-suppressing effects of GLP-1 medications. That's very important. Now let's talk about some retrospective studies. These are studies that analyze existing data from past patients to identify patterns, outcomes, and associations. Because of these biological links, clinical data shows that combining hormone replacement therapy with GLP-1 medications like semaglutide can lead to better outcomes. Specifically, one study found that women on HRT achieved 16% weight loss at 12 months on semaglutide, whereas those not on HRT achieved only 12%. Another study also showed in tirzepatide users that number was 17% of total body weight loss when using HRT compared to 14% in people not on HRT. An animal study was completed using rats that had their ovaries removed in order to mimic menopause by removing estrogen production. The investigators divided the rats into 3 groups. One group received estrogen replacement therapy, another group received liraglutide, which is a GLP-1 receptor agonist, and then the third group was untreated with no estrogen or GLP-1s. After only 3 weeks, both the liraglutide and estrogen replacement therapies prevented body weight gain and fat mass accumulation. It reduced the food intake of the rat. It helped improve the food efficiency of the rat, meaning that less weight was gained per calorie consumed. Remarkably, liraglutide produced weight control effects that were comparable to estrogen replacement. Investigators have even developed experimental GLP-1 estrogen conjugates that combine both hormones into a single molecule. In animal studies, this single molecule produced greater reductions in body weight, glycemic control, and lipid metabolism than either GLP-1 or estrogen alone. That's very interesting. There are currently no randomized clinical trials about this topic yet. RCT trials are studies that randomly assign participants to treatments and are gold standard for determining cause and effect. But we can tell from all the animal studies, retrospective studies, and biological evidence that we just went over that there is promising data that hormone replacement therapy enhances GLP-1 effectiveness. So perhaps HRT doesn't directly cause the weight loss, but it certainly creates a metabolic environment that allows women to achieve their full weight loss potential. I do delve into this topic in a lot more detail in my new book, The Menopause Weight Loss Trap, which is available at Barnes & Noble's online, so go check it out if you're interested in more information. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope today's conversation has helped you better understand what's happening in your body and reminded you that there are evidence-based solutions available. If you're looking for personalized care, I'm the co-founder of MedMethod Direct, a telemedicine practice focused on menopause, obesity medicine, metabolic health, and preventative care. We provide evidence-based, individualized treatment plans for patients in multiple states, all from the comfort of your home. You can learn more at medmethoddirect.com, and you can also find additional educational content, articles, and resources on my website, drjumanaaldeek.com. I love sharing the latest research in a way that's practical and easy to understand. Thanks again for listening, and I look forward to connecting with you.